Welcome back to Go Get That Rose. I am your host, Sarah, and I am joined by my co-host, as always, J Wade.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad to be back.
Glad to be back. We're not talking Bachelor still. Have a long way until the Bachelor comes back. I'm counting down the days. I'm so excited. I have my husband with me now. We're living together again, and I'm going to be making him watch this with me. It's going to be super entertaining. Poor guy. I'm going around even now and like, oh, I wish you were here when we watched the Hannah season, and like kind of talking to him about like Hannah season. He's just looking at me like, yeah, that's cool. Anyway, speaking of Hannah, what we're doing in the off season, we are talking about our girl Hannah on Dancing with the Stars. She's still there.
Yeah. She's going to be there till the end, probably.
Yeah, and the end seems far but close at the same time. Monday's episode was their Halloween themed episode. I'm loving that they do themed episodes. When I used to watch the show, they didn't ever do like themes, and now it's like Disney night and movie night and Halloween night. So I'm here for it. I'm like, okay, this is fun.
It's cool, but I don't know. I have some gripes with last night, but that's all right.
Yeah, me too. But so they like split the rest of the dancers up into two teams. The trick team and the treat team. Trick or treat, got it.
Did you just now get that?
No, I did get it.
Oh, okay.
It's early. I'm so tired, and I'm just like, oh, I get it. And they both did a dance, and it was all right. I don't know. I feel bad for the team that had Sean Spicer, though, because it's kind of like, how much can you really choreograph if you all have to do the same thing, and he can't do anything?
But making him Frankenstein's monster was brilliant.
That was very good.
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster he wasn't limber or flexible anyway, so that was perfect move there. So.
Yeah, well, we can just get into we had a little bit of a discussion about Sean Spicer still being on the show.
Oh, yeah.
It's frustrating in the sense that, like, now, like we were saying before, like, the gimmick's up now. Like, at first it's like, Sean Spicer, like, he's still on the show, but now, like, good people are getting sent home. Like, Sailor was sent home, and Kate Flannery, the one from The Office who I love, was sent home, and she's really good, so that really kind of pissed me off that they sent her home. And it's just kind of begs the question, and Jay said he brought it up before, like, what's going on with the voting? Like,
something's
what
up.
is happening? Is it America? We're questioning, like, because at first it was like, okay, like, kind of the gimmick, like, let's keep them around and see how long, and like that's where I thought the votes were coming in, but now I just have no idea. Like,
and I'll be honest, and I said this to Sarah before we started, and I'm not taking this show in this direction at all, but let's be real about who Sean Spicer is and everything. I was wondering if maybe there was some mass organization of right-wing trolls who were just organizing and voting to keep him around just to mess with people. That's the only thing I can think of, because the real true fan base of this show, I would imagine, and I would hope, want to see the competition part of this. And that's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for the competition part of it to start. And it's been a competition other than Sean Spicer. And it's time he's been fun and all that. He never does anything different. It's the same dance, but to different music with different outfits.
He does the same steps every dance. I'm
get
like,
him out of here.
How is this a jive? Because he did the jive the other night. So I'm like, okay, the jive is like the quick one. You got to like raise your knees and stuff like that. He was not doing any of that. I was like, what? How is he still here? Like, yeah, if you want to base the show off like the technical dancing aspect, which the judges do, it's like he should have been gone like weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. People keep saying he should have been gone. If you're basing it off the technicality of the dancing or whatever, which doesn't make sense because you have the judges that are basing them and giving them scores off of that, but their scores in the end don't really matter because it depends on the votes from America. So what's the judges? Like,
yeah, it's time to take America out of this and let the professional judges do their job.
Yeah, it really is because it's really annoying because when I used to watch it, it was all America. Like you had the judges give their scores and stuff, and it was a combined total of scores, and then America's votes. So like kind of the same thing. But whoever had the lowest votes overall went home. There was no like they didn't do bottom two. They didn't like pick which one they wanted to say. Like you were out of luck. So
right.
I don't know. Like I just think I like the idea of the judges being able to pick which final two out of the final two gets to stay. Like I think that's a cool idea. But I don't like that America gets to vote who goes in the bottom two because it's just a popularity contest at this point.
Exactly.
And that's annoying.
Which is what all of these shows are, and we've talked about that with Bachelor, and this is a Bachelor show. So, it's about that with The Bachelor, too. It's just a competition. Yeah. It's a popularity contest. It's just a bunch of BS, to be honest. And that's one of the reasons I've gotten into watching it is because I like talking trash about it because it's fun. Because it makes almost no sense to me. Any of this makes almost zero sense to me. The sense that I can find out of it is as a business and making money and providing entertainment. But other than that, like the premises for these shows makes no sense because it doesn't actually what they push them as doesn't happen. This is not a dance competition. Bachelor and Bachelorette and all those, they are not shows to really try to find people love. Which is fine. By now, we all know what's going on. But I firmly stand behind push your product for what it is. Don't lie to me, man. Don't try to fool me. Don't try to hoodwink me if that's still a term people use. But it just. I don't know. It's highly frustrating for me, because they push it as a find love show, and this one, Dancing with the Stars, is a dance competition with celebrities, and it's not. It's a popularity contest
with celebrities.
Yeah, and Sean Spicer's not even a celebrity.
Celebrity, like the C-list celebrities, like
yes. Celebrities.
But anyway, so our girl Hannah danced again last night, and
I got huge issue with this.
Really? Okay, so everyone's dances, it was Halloween week, so they were all like different, I guess like Halloween-ish characters. I don't know, like I was like
themes and costumes.
So she was a zombie, popular queen. I don't know. I was a little confused by her thing. I was like, what? And then like the nerd, I'm like, okay. Not really like Halloween themes. It was like ideas that I guess could like zombies. I don't really know. Anyway, and she did the jazz. I'm like losing my train of thought. What are your gripes?
My gripes is that the song had absolutely nothing to do with Halloween.
Talking about the baker.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Halloween.
That was a few of them. There was a few songs. I was like, what does this have to do with Halloween?
There were a couple there was one other I noted that wasn't Halloween either, but since we're on Hannah B, her song was not Halloween whatsoever.
Like, no, yeah. I don't know. So I don't think the professional dance partner, I don't think they picked the song or the costume. Like the show picks the song and they pick the costume, and then the partner is supposed to design a dance around that. I don't know. That's how it was when I watched it. I don't even know if they actually still choreographed the show. I have no idea. But like sometimes like their song choices and the costumes make no sense. I'm like, what? Like they'll pick like
that had in my mind that has to be last night. Hannah B's song choice it proved that it has to be Dancing with the Stars who select the music and all that, because that music had nothing to do with Halloween. It had to do with like her theme as being on The Bachelor. It still continued with that theme.
Every song has had something to do with like her personality, The Bachelor. Yeah, her being a beauty pageant queen. She's Miss Alabama. Like everything. And
I just don't understand why. Well, no. Let me not go there. That's if Hannah had any input into what music they picked, I can imagine that she and her partner would have actually picked something Halloween or horror to dance to, because she seems like a fun girl who would want to completely embrace the theme, especially of Halloween, when you get to get you like costumes and make up like horror, scary stuff. I could see her having that fun personality that would completely embrace that, but that did not happen at all. So that to me is proof that the contestants and their dance partners have nothing to do with song selection. No. It's just terrible. It was a nice dance, but the song selection was just terrible.
Bad girl. Yeah, the dance was good. It was fun. So I've noticed that they're like her and Dawson's Creek and maybe the Alley Girl are the only dancers that seem like professional dancers. Like,
right.
You don't see their partner like whispering the dance steps or kind of telling what to do like the other ones will if you like watch. Maybe like Kel too, but like Hannah looked like super professional up there. She was keeping up with the other dancers. And I don't know how, this is another tangent. I don't know how I feel about other professional dancers being in the dance. Like there was like 6 of them in this dance.
Yeah.
Like, cause then that feels like an unfair pressure to Hannah, cause she has to match up to the other professional dancers. And then you're picking out like everything that's wrong if she's not, but it was fine. Like she was perfect. But there's other like dancing, like Sean Spicer. Every Sean Spicer dance, there's like 40 other people in there. And for his partner to like do the dancing with someone else. So, it just kind of seems like a cop out to me. Like, let's add all these other people in. I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed that way to me too. And it's supposed to be a dance competition between the celebrities with them and their dance partners, not them, their dance partner, and 15
and
other
backup
people.
Dancers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah. It
was
good.
Blah.
I don't know what her score was. I know. I didn't really watch the show, I'll be honest. But
me neither.
I'm guessing
peek behind the curtain.
I don't have time, people. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey guys, we're here for Bachelor related shit, and the only reason we're talking about this is because our girl Hannah B is rocking it on this. Yes. So if you want the scores and stuff, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get that from us.
No, I have no idea. Like, yeah, whatever. Do you think Hannah is going to win, or do you think someone else is going to win? Like overall?
Overall, I think Hannah is going to win, yes. And I think I think she will get to the end based on her dancing abilities, but like the actual win will come because of popularity. Like I think more people would vote for her over Dawson's Creek just because of popularity. I think they would vote for her over anybody else on there popularity when it comes to popularity.
His dance last night or the other night was great though. Like sometimes he's a little spot, like sometimes he's really strong and the other dances
right.
It's like, okay. But the other night was really good. Like he looked super professional in it.
Yeah, so. And like I don't know what the move is, but toward the beginning of their dance, the thing where like he had his hand like kind of up over her head and on her chest, and she spun around a few times, but he never moved his hand. Yes. That shit looked really cool.
It looked really good. Like when he was like going up, and it matched the song. Like the song fit perfectly.
And then like, after that, they grabbed each other and started moving across the dance floor dancing, and it was just a flawless transition. Yeah, I was like, wow, that was cool.
That was probably one of the best ones. I was like, this is so good.
And his makeup looked good too. I have said that about men before, mostly musicians, like, I like Nine Inch Nails and stuff like that. So, but I've never said that toward another man in a legit non-musician way, but his makeup looked great in his blue eye contacts.
Good. Yeah. Yes. He looked good. Everyone looked good. My last gripe that has nothing to do with Hannah anymore. They danced to Kel and Whitney. Is that whatever?
Yes. This is in my notes.
Oh, thank goodness. They danced to the Time Warp.
Yes.
Which is from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And they were dressed like zombies?
Oh, well, my gripe wasn't that, but my gripe was within their dance.
Oh, okay. Well, the dance was fine. They kind of did a little bit of the Time Warp, but I'm like, why would you pick the Time Warp if you're not going to, A, do the Time Warp, and B, dress them like Rocky Horror people? Why are they mummies or zombie things? What the heck? That. Okay, so that upset me. There's a bunch of other songs from Rocky Horror that you could have done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't even know what they were dressed up as because right from the start, I was too upset over the song selection.
Why?
Okay, I love Rocky Horror. I used to go to Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Neon Movie Theaters in Oregon District in Dayton. Yes, that's the same Oregon District we had that mass shooting a couple months ago. I used to hang out there in the Oregon when I was in high school, and we would go to Rocky Horror Picture Show every Friday or Saturday, one of the two nights. And yes, I dressed in drag. And yes, I participated in the, you got the toilet paper and all that stuff. It was a whole big, it was amazingly fun.
I got you.
Yeah, I love that.
Dressed as Frankenfurter or?
No, I didn't dress up as anyone specific, just in drag, thigh highs and skirt and stuff, whatnot, stuff like that, makeup, the whole deal. Baby blue ducky hair breadths, man, I rocked my shit.
Gosh.
But so I love Rocky Horror, but I was upset because Rocky Horror Picture Show is a sci-fi musical. It has nothing to do with horror whatsoever.
Yeah, but it's played around Halloween, so I get it.
But it's a sci-fi.
Yeah, but it's a big thing that they do on Halloween. Go see it at midnight, the weekend before Halloween or Halloween.
Okay, I will concede that, but I will still fall back on what you said. Time Warp was a terrible selection.
Yeah.
Time Warp had nothing to do with anything scary whatsoever.
They should have. If they're gonna do a jive, they should have did what's the Meatloaf song?
I can't.
Bless my soul. I can't roll. Or something like that. I don't know.
See, that could have been really fun.
Or at least, okay, so Time Warp's okay. Have them dressed like Brad and Janet. Why were they dressed like zombie?
Right.
That's what I don't get. Yeah, you just have them dressed like Brad and
Janet.
Oh. I get it if you don't want to do the whole transvestite thing.
Right, whatever.
I get that. Brad and Janet, it's right there.
You're an actor, so you should have no issue doing that.
Yes.
You're an actor. Your job is to act as if you are someone or something other than what you are.
Yep. Well, anyway, that's my gripe with that. But so we think Hannah's going to win overall. I don't think Hannah's going to win. I think she's going to come in second place.
Who do you think's going to win? Dawson's Creek?
I don't know. Maybe I could see him winning. But based on the popularity, it probably is going to be Hannah. It probably will be Hannah if it's basically just a popularity contest. Because she's the most popular out of everyone. For sure. Especially coming hot off of Bachelor, and then she even appeared in Bachelor in Paradise, so they kept her face out there in that gap between Bachelor and Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, and people are saying that I think I read somewhere that she shows up on this Bachelor season that they're filming right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
With Sweetie Petey.
No, Pete.
I can't. I don't know. It's gonna be
Dude, hashtag Mike for Bachelor.
Hashtag Mike. I don't know. Now people turned against Mike pretty quickly, so I don't even know.
What happened? Wait, what happened there? Why did that happen?
Because he like went out on a couple dates with Demi Lovato, and then when he was on the Michael, Sarah, and Kiki show or whatever on ABC, like the interview show. He asked Kiki Palmer out on a date, like live in front of everyone, and people are like freaking out. And they're saying like, "Oh, he dissed Demi, and he's just using this for fame so he can ask all these people out." And I'm like, "What?" Like,
yeah, well, what if he and Demi just went on a couple dates and they both decided mutually
exactly. So,
and even if they didn't mutually decide, who's to say that he hasn't, like, say they went on a couple dates, she was still into him, he wasn't into her, and he told her, look, I'm sorry, but I'm not into you. I don't want to date you anymore. So now he's dating other people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
And these people who get mad at all of this stuff, they don't know anything about what's going on, but they just get this fake outrage. And it just, it's so terrible.
Yeah, that's like, because he was saying, like, I want to keep my life, my dating life, like, private, so he didn't really like post anything about him and Demi dating. But I guess the fact that he was like live on air and like asked someone out after he was saying like, I'm gonna keep this private, I don't know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, whatever, he's an attractive guy, he was on The Bachelor, Tyler was going out asking out Gigi, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what people do. Like, let them date other people. Who cares? He's not The Bachelor. Who cares? Like,
yeah, exactly. He's not, now I can't even remember the dude's name because he sucked so bad.
What?
The jerk off from BIP who was dating all the chicks before the show. Blake. Yeah, it's not like he's Blake and he's about to go on to The Bachelor and he's out there getting a bunch of action before he goes to meet the woman he's supposed to marry after 30 days.
Yes, right.
Get out of here.
Do you think, did I already ask this? Do you think Peter will end up engaged at the end of this?
Yeah, I think we both said, well, I think we both agreed on this, but I said that he will get engaged. They will be engaged at the reunion or whatever episode, but they won't end up getting married.
Okay, that's right. And one last thing, speaking of Peter, former Bachelor Nick Viall, who was the first Bachelor I watched, who I really like. Nick, he gets a bad rep, but I really like him a lot. His Halloween costume, because everyone's doing like Halloween costumes for Halloween weekend or whatever, he was Bachelor Pete, which was so funny. He's like dressed up in the little pilot or Bachelor Pilot Pete. Just a little pilot. He had a little like Band-Aid on his head. He had a rose. I thought that was so funny. I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw it and I was cracking up. It was so good because everyone says that they look like Peter looks just like him. And I just thought that was funny that he just like leaned into the joke. So.
Right. I don't think they look alike at all, but I saw the picture too, and that was extremely funny. I like that.
That's good humor. I wonder how Peter feels about it. All in good fun.
All in good fun, yep.
I think the Band-Aid was just was like the best part. Like just a little Band-Aid on his forehead. It's so funny. Yeah,
that was amazingly awesome. I liked that it wasn't, because it was 22 stitches, so he could have went for like a full, like, a big, massive scar, but it's just like a little Band-Aid, which gives a hint of poking fun at you like you're a sissy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the end of our episode here. Join us next week as we recap more Dancing with the Stars all the way until the finale. We're saying, unless there's like an uproar and Hannah gets sent home next week, which I don't think is going to happen.
I don't either.
And I don't think it's going to be Sean Spicer either.
I know. Something's going on there, guys.
It's a conspiracy. We're calling it out.
Comment to us. Let us know what you guys think about what's going on. Something's going on there.
Tell us if you think it's a conspiracy. It probably really is. I don't know. It will come out in a couple months. like Sean Spicer bought votes or
they'll declassify it in about 30 years when everyone's died who's involved.
True. Jay, where can the people find you?
Hey, y'all can find me on the Twitter at JWade1134. That is the letter J, WADE1134.
And you can find me on Twitter at SCBock. It's SSEABOCK. And you can find this show on Merc with a Movie blog on Spotify, Apple Play, right? Anchor. Just go to Anchor. I'm doing this all off from my head. I don't really remember, but you can find it.
Just go to Anchor. It's much easier.
It's also on YouTube on the Merc with a Movie blog channel as well. And thanks for joining us. We will see you guys next week. Remember, go and get that rose. Bye!